the living. We all know that feeling. But I am not here to read the coroner's report about the church, to hang crepe on the door of half-filled sanctuaries. I have not myself heard the flap of the condors weighing over the church. In fact, the whole idea of the church taking a cross and possibly dying is not a welcome one for me. I have a tendency to think of the church as immortal, 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 immortal. It is hard to say, church dead, just as it was hard for them to say, Jesus is dead. The church has never been able to pronounce that. Jesus is dead. Even on that awful Saturday, the church could not say, Jesus is dead. They thought up stories. You know, the one they really crucified was the one carrying the cross, Simon of Cyrene. That's the one that was crucified. Do you know that sponge they passed to him on the cross? It was a plan. It had a drug in it. He would pass out. His bodily functions would recede almost to imperceptible depth, and they would take him down and revive him. He didn't die. He didn't die. No, Jesus, survival is the word. I feel the same way about the church. But I know this. There is something faulty in the thinking that says the death of Jesus is the life of the world, and the death of the church is the end of the world. No. When you move to lead the churches across this land and around the world, pressure will be put on you as though the number one item on the agenda is survival at any cost. Survival, survival, survival. And I hope in that pressure for success and booming anything, let's get them here again. I do hope you will hear his voice. Get behind me, tempter. Take up your cross. You must give your life. What does that mean, give your life? I don't know. I think it means to be willing to empty your pockets for somebody else's children. I think it means to treat as mother and father those who are not really your mother and father. I think it means to claim as brother and sister people to whom you're not kin. I think it means to reach out and touch untouchable people as far as our society is concerned. I think it means to sit at table with people who live far outside the tight social circle of some of your friends. Break bread together. It means to be a voice for moral values in a culture that will immediately accuse you of sinking into a bunch of moralistic thinking. It means to witness for Jesus Christ when evangelism is being laughed at everywhere. It means being an advocate. Being an advocate. To speak the gospel as though something were at stake, not stand up and just describe how it is on one hand and how it is on the other, as though we were serving afternoon tea to the pros and cons of every issue. To advocate. It means to continue to give money to others even when the paint is peeling in the sanctuary. I think it means that. And if you go that way, there will be leaders in your own church who will say, look, this is suicide. We're losing. This is suicide. And you'll have to decide whether it is suicide or giving your life. Who can say? Charles Sandburg's little poem, Carl Sandburg. I don't think he addressed it to Christ. or to himself. I think he addressed it to the church. Take up your cross and go the thorn way. And if a sponge of vinegar be passed you on a spear, take that too. Souls are made of endurance. God knows. May God bless you.